Yeah, bro, week 3 of the digital gold rush of Bitcoin. I can't even tell if these guys are ducks or not. Look at them, bro. They look like ducks. Bitcoin. So, how are you doing today, sir?
Excellent. How you doing, man? Nice to meet you.
How old are you again?
I'm 40.
40? Okay, Donovan. Like, so your biggest question is how to get the masses to use it, like in terms of elderly
Younger people like us, we have our phone, we always have it,
right.
A lot more available. We
right.
can use it in real time. For some of the older people, some of them just see it as, okay, it's like gold, right? Where it's just a store of value. You're not able to actually use it. So you then have to still switch over to something else to use it.
Right.
And ultimately, the ultimate goal would be to get to where you don't have to use dollars at all, you don't have to use anything else at all,
right.
And just how do you get people to do that? That's kind of the main question in my head. But
that's a good point.
I like it. I mean, I've used it. I've purchased some in the past.
Okay.
I wish back in the day I lived in Chicago when it was just coming out, and I wish I'd have purchased a heck of a lot more. Because
Dang, dude.
and they were even using it at the pizza place right at the start.
Really? No way, man.
I missed out on an opportunity there.
No way.
I would not be sitting here. I'd be sitting in my jet.
Dude, one of those things, man.
You go back. Yeah. And I had friends that understood it a lot more then.
Did they hold on to it or no?
Yeah, a lot of them held on to it.
That's insane, bro.
Yeah, so good times back then.
Right.
But obviously we didn't know where it was all going.
Right. Dude, that's the thing, man. Like when I first got into it, like 2017, 2018, just barely missed the peak and I caught that downturn.
Yeah.
Dude, FOMO kicked in, sold it.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm here now.
That's I got
if I didn't sell it, we would both be somewhere else, bro. But
I got you.
how to get the old people to use it? I think with that Bitcoin spot ETF, bro. So literally, bro, like January 2024, one of the best things that probably the Biden administration did is probably have Congress approve that Bitcoin spot ETF, crypto ETF. I believe like now that makes like BlackRock like the greatest entity owner of Bitcoin, like it passed Satoshi. But in reality, they're just buying Bitcoin for the people that throw the money in the spot ETF.
Yeah.
So that's one way, but how to get people to use it, man? I
just got to get it like almost like a credit card.
Yeah, like
load it, debit cards.
Like the uses of Bitcoin, it's like okay, like you can make payments globally, right? And then, but you also see some other alternative coins like rise up, like XRP or like Solana.
Yeah.
But I think I think the best case argument is like the store of value. I'd say.
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
I just wish more people understood it, the finite amount, the way it's mined and whatnot.
Right.
And
and I mean, like you said, you don't have the fiat currency where if that be it Democrat or Republicans, if that administration is in trouble, they can print cash so easily, and if that wasn't possible to them, we wouldn't have. I mean, look at Venezuela. You got these 100%,
hyperinflation.
So like all these restraints that you're able to have on it to help.
Yep.
And it almost would be interesting if like they would be able to. So you had dollar denominated gold, dollar denominated stock market. What about a Bitcoin denominated?
I see. I hear you.
Stock market, right? Where you're still not. You don't have that transient inflation that can actually hurt things. Because the dollar does back so many things up, and
you can have over like valued stocks when you have a dollar denominated stock market.
Yeah. So, because even if they print, then, the way that it would affect the stock market if it was valued in Bitcoin or valued in the dollars could change things as well.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot of additional.
I would like to see that pan out. That'd be cool. I've actually, I thought about it, but I've never heard someone else like just say it straight up.
Yeah.
Like for what it is.
Interesting just to, test cases of different things, like. Because it's still, it's been around for a while, but it's still young.
Yeah, dude.
It's still really young.
Yeah, it's still super young, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And getting, again, it's really getting more people to understand it. And even if its only use is the store of value, there's still a lot of potential there. But
like if you have to pass it down to like a family member who's running an emergency, like send them Bitcoin and like you don't have to deal with the banks, pull out a decent amount and whatnot.
Right. Yeah. And you don't have issues with so many other, the problem I've been having the last couple months is I need cash on hand and I deposit cash or other ways of getting paid, and I have no problems giving the bank money. But you know, after you start wanting to take more than 10,000, it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
The cash that you just put in the bank. So that's
such a crazy rule.
Yeah. It's kind of. I mean, you know, maybe it's there to try and prevent run on the banks. I'm not exactly sure the whole purpose, and I'm not sure if it came with, you know, some of the other rules from the Patriot Act. I can't even remember exactly where it came from, but that's been my most annoyance the last couple months. And like, well,
I see.
If I can get around that whole thing with Bitcoin, it's been something that's been, you know, in my head to just.
That's probably the next like potential positive is that there's no amount of limit where you could send Bitcoin.
Right.
You could send like 100,000
Bitcoin. Houses alone. If you had
buy
every house
houses
transaction
with Bitcoin.
was done with Bitcoin
Right.
instead of in cash, that alone.
So much easier.
Yeah. But I mean, there's so many more potential uses for it. You know.
But the Bitcoin holders, like, they're for sure starting to take over a little bit more now. Like, it's kind of like a hive mind sort of community, like, you know, on the subreddit and whatnot. I always scroll through there and like all the holders.
And you know, beyond in my mind, I think it needs to. Hopefully, it can be used in more places.
Yes,
right.
I agree.
That's the big thing. And there was a big push for it, and then it kind of pulled back. So it's, you know, you always have the people that are going to be unsure of it. And being able to use it.
Yes,
that's the hardest part.
I agree.
But yeah, man. No, I mean, I have some positions. I don't have a lot. I'll be honest. Most of mine's in stocks or, you know,
fair enough.
Fixing up my house.
I mean,
and
when you have real estate though, which is perfect though. It's like, you know, and I would say people that don't have real estate, say Bitcoin's probably your next best bet, and then stocks, obviously, Roth IRA, all that stuff. But you know, like
it's not an all or nothing thing in my head.
Yeah, no, it's you have to diversify properly, but Bitcoin's like, at first it's like you throw a little bit in there, but now it's like, okay, maybe you should probably do like 5 to 10%, like a little bit more, but
and I have some people I know that, you know, they actually hit it really well and have
that's
tons of money in Bitcoin.
It's beautiful.
And they're riding it. And then but then part of me is like, well, you know, you can take a little bit out, enjoy your life a little bit, because some of them are like bare bones and everything else. Like, you know, look, pare that down a little bit, go buy yourself a house, because some of them, you know, don't have anything anywhere else. So it's all riding on Bitcoin, which is okay. You know, everybody has a choice to make. But my choice would be maybe, you know, back a little bit of that out, buy yourself a house. Let's, you know, get some things, you know, in place. And I don't know.
It's gonna be a tough call, but like you're kind of aware like the Bitcoin cycles, right? Like how it kind of fluctuates in price. Like it's like every even year, like after the election. So it was like 2014, 2018, 2022.
Right.
And then like here we are, like things like right now it's kind of up in the air. Like there's a lot of sentiment going on in the community where people are like, oh, like sure you could base like price projections off history, but you're not too sure on it. So I'm kind of just doing it on the approach. I'm not doing all or nothing, but I'm like for sure maximizing like scaled dollar cost averaging. It goes up in price, I'll throw more like I mean,
just
more
don't sell out like you did last
exactly,
time, man. You
bro.
missed an opportunity there.
Exactly, bro. That's the thing, bro. But you know that's why we're both
I like
here.
the DCA approach.
DCA approach.
I just wish I had a lot more in that beginning.
Patience.
It was like
and
$1, man. Like literally, it was worth nothing. And then if I could go back in time, that would be my Back to the Future moment. Man. Going back to when Bitcoin started.
Just buying Bitcoin, man.
Look, man. I know you may not like realize where this is going, but just toss a bunch in there. Forget about everything else. You don't need anything else.
For sure,
Forget
dude.
that pizza, $20 in Bitcoin.
Right, dude.
Yeah, man. You know, here in a couple years, maybe you'll have a big old yacht on the middle of this lake.
Dude, we got to see how that price moves, bro. But however it moves, bro, I'm just gonna prepare the best for it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
All right, Donovan.
Not all or nothing anything, man.
Not all or nothing anything, bro.
That's my perspective.
Take it easy, bro. I'll let you go eat, bro.
Have a good day.
I'm really gonna go take a stroll right here and enjoy it, bro. All right, later, bro. Thank you, bro. Okay, thanks for making my day, bro. Absolutely. Yeah, the consensus of those interviews here, I'd probably say it's kind of hard finding them. Talked to like 10 people today. Out of all the 10 people, only 2 people were open talking about Bitcoin, and yeah, we're still early on here, bro.